It's a saying going around the internet right now that people will do anything to get out of working out.
Anything?
And I'm starting to believe them. If I told you that I could freeze the fat off you,
What?
would you take a chance and try it? Well, guess what? People are. People will do anything to avoid working out. I'm a believer. What it look like, TV?
I am back. What it do, baby?
YouTube's own Varnell Hill.
Did you miss me?
Your very own spokesman for the Insidians. We inside and we comfortable.
They're so comfortable.
And before we even get into Coolsculpting today, let me just give it a quick little PSA about the channel and about the comment section.
Don't speak, don't think, listen and learn.
I'm going to ask everybody, with this coming political season, leave that stuff out of the comment section. There's plenty of political channels on YouTube. You can go argue and cause dissension over there. But over here, we are here just to enjoy the short little couple of minutes that we have with each other, share some information back and forth. It's not that deep. So I'm going to ask everybody, with this political season coming, keep that on the other channels. I want this to be a safe haven where you can come and you can get away from the BS. That's why we inside, because we don't want to be bothered with that. So don't bother us in the comment section with all the divisiveness, because we're a pretty happy community over here.
Leave us! We are decorating!
But anyway, let's get into Coolsculpting, man. If I told you I can freeze the fat off your body, would you get in line and give it a shot?
Hey, no, never.
Well, let's have this doctor explain to us exactly what this Coolsculpting is before we get into a couple examples.
They figured out people were having, people that ate popsicles a lot, they would notice that fat would decrease in their cheeks. We figured out that cold can cause lipolysis.
You playing with me, right?
So that's like reduction of fat cells. Some people can get paradoxical hyperplasia, meaning that it makes it worse. I've seen that. But if you really don't want to do surgery and you have a very distinct area that it works well for, like abdomen or flanks, then it is an option. The problem is you have an applicator that's like one size fits all, right? Square thing, you go, right? So sometimes you can get like a shark bite deformity where it freezes the central area, but then it doesn't get the rounder area. So if you go to some place they don't really know what they're doing, you can kind of get that little indentation. In my opinion, it's better to actually get sculpting by a person who does surgery like myself, to actually get all of the areas customized on your body.
Of course!
It's not for me, and I'm a perfectionist, and I don't like to, limit myself to certain areas where the applicator can go.
There you go, straight from Dr. Frankenstein's mouth. But he doesn't endorse Coolsculpting because he'd rather cut you up for real. He wanted Dr. Frankenstein you for real. He don't want to give you no fake Frankenstein. But anyway, let's get into exactly what this Coolsculpting is, and I'll show you what it looked like a little bit more.
Coolsculpting, or cryolipolysis, freezes the fat, it then reabsorbs and urinated off. Does it really work? Here's the deal. It's really only for trouble areas. It will not work in areas with large volumes of lipodystrophy. One of the things you have to be careful of is paroxysmal adiposal hyperplasia, which is the reverse effect of getting more fat.
Huh? Was I the only one that was wondering why the hell was she paying thousands of dollars to lose weight and it didn't look like she had any weight to lose? I really feel sorry for a lot of you women, the way they really got y'all mind screwed into being this quote unquote perfect person, man. But it's pretty sickening, man, because I didn't really see anything wrong with her back from where I was standing, but I got bad eyes, so maybe it was something wrong.
But I cannot see, I'm legally blind. That's my story I'm sticking to.
But it's just not women that are falling into this trap. It's men that want to get Coolsculpted too.
Man, you corny!
Once again, is it me Or did it look like my man just needed a workout regimen? That's why I said at the beginning, I'm starting to really believe that people will do anything but work out. Check out this next guy's gains. I wonder how much he paid for this. I'm telling you, I really wonder how much he paid for that, man. Because to me, the risk versus the reward just isn't adding up. Because he really didn't lose or trim down or transform that much. And to have the added risk of the fat could come back 2-3 times fold, I'm just not seeing the risk versus reward. But let's have this lady break down how much this stuff typically costs for you. And we'll continue from there.
How much does Coolsculpting cost? When I first got mine done, I got 2 panels up here, 2 panels down here, and then I believe 2 up here and 2 down here also, and it was about $500 a panel. Now I live in Boston. The cost of living, the cost of everything is just super expensive. So according to Coolsculpting.com, a personalized treatment plan can cost anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000. Coolsculpting will only reduce your fat by 20 to 25%, so just make sure that the cost is right for you.
Looking at her, man, I kind of felt the way y'all be looking at me. I know my eyes be all over the place sometimes in these videos.
You blind motherfucker.
But anyway, man, I'm not paying $500 a panel, man.
No.
Y'all bugging. But what I'm gonna do for y'all, I'm gonna do something special and nice for all of y'all. I'm gonna go to a consultation with y'all, and I'm gonna pick apart everything that the doctor is telling y'all so y'all cannot fall for this trap. But let's go to the doctor's office right now.
Here's 5 reasons why your Coolsculpting treatment didn't work. I've been doing this fat freezing treatment for over 10 years, and after thousands of treatments, I can tell you that in my opinion, it is the best way to get rid of localized areas of stubborn fat without surgery.
Now, what he just told you was that he makes his living off of selling people these services. So you need to be wary, because if he makes his living off of selling people these services, he's going to try to give them to everybody, even people that don't need him. That's the only thing I heard in that intro. That's the only thing that you should have heard.
But as effective as it is, it's not appropriate for everyone.
But if you've been doing this for 10 years and you have such expertise, you should be able to spot the people who are the proper candidates and make sure that it's working for everybody that's coming into your business, because you have 10 years of experience. You should be able to weed out the people that aren't good candidates by now, so they shouldn't even be getting the treatment.
So if you got the treatment and didn't see the results you wanted, here are some reasons why it may not have worked for you. Number 1, you were never a candidate for the treatment to begin with.
That quote right there tells you that something is very wrong with the industry in which he works. Because if you are not a candidate for the surgery, why is it a doctor giving you the surgery? So once again, if you can't trust the doctors or the people that's performing the services, you shouldn't even be messing with this industry, period. That's a horrible excuse, doc, because all that does is blame you.
If you have too much fat or too little fat, then the treatment's not going to work well for you.
Boy, that's convenient.
The Coolsculpting treatment works by using what we call applicators, which are suction-based cups, to put it simply. There's different sizes and different shapes depending on the part of the body we're treating and the amount of fat we're treating. If you have too little fat in the area, then the applicators are mainly going to draw up skin and you won't get a visible result. If you have too much fat in the area, then the applicators aren't really going to draw up enough fat to give you a meaningful result.
Why are you explaining this to us like we gonna be the ones applying the applicators? The certified trained technician or doctor is going to be applying the applicators, and he's supposed to know this. So once again, you making your whole industry look bad, dude. This ain't an explanation.
Or your fat may just be the wrong quality of fat for the treatment. We have 2 different types of fat in our abdomen. The first is subcutaneous fat, which is fat that is under the skin but above the muscle. This is what Coolsculpting treats and is effective for. The second type of fat is visceral fat, which is underneath the muscle surrounding our organs. If you have predominantly visceral fat, then this treatment is not going to work for you.
And if you are a doctor, you should be able to know if I got the visceral fat and it's not going to work for me. So why am I even getting the treatment for it not to work? Once again, you're making your industry look untrustworthy and filled with people that don't know what they're doing.
Number 2, the wrong applicator was chosen or it was placed incorrectly. Look, these devices are just tools which in different hands can produce different results. Effective results take proper assessment of the fat distribution of the area that you're treating. If you pick the wrong size applicator or apply it incorrectly, then your results are either going to be minimal or not at all.
What the hell are you talking about? We are not picking the applicator. You are the doctor. You are going to perform the service and you are going to pick the applicator. So if it's messed up, it's because you don't know what you're doing.
Number 3, you just didn't do enough of it.
I noticed that that's a trend in all of these. When it's not working for you, they try to act like you just didn't give it enough time. Give us a couple more $1,000 and then we'll see if it worked then. If it's not working for you, it's not working for you. And if I'm coming in here and you're telling me that it's a possibility that it's not going to work for me, then I shouldn't even be trying it, Doc. You should be turning me away. You shouldn't be wanting to take my money and you know I'm not going to get nothing from it. It makes you look like a sleaze bag, buddy.
This is actually the most common reason that we see.
Real quick, how convenient that this is the one that we see the most. So you can blame the non-results on people just not following all the way through. You gotta watch wordplay. That's very deceptive. That's very deceptive, Doc. That's very, very sneaky, Doc.
Each Coolsculpting session provides an average of 20% reduction in the treatment area. So in order to get the most dramatic results, most people need to do it somewhere between 2 to 3 times. This is something that should be explained to you during your consultation. I say it all the time. So if you're actually a candidate for the treatment and you saw minimal to no results after your first session, don't get discouraged. Likelihood is with subsequent sessions, your results will get even better. Number 4, you gained weight. A healthy diet and an active lifestyle are crucial for getting the best results out of this treatment. Number 5, you didn't actually get treated with a real Coolsculpting device. Believe it or not, especially in our area, there's a lot of people using Chinese knockoff devices and passing it off as Coolsculpting.
I let the rest of that play because I was really chopping that up, interrupting. I know I was getting on y'all nerves, but I just had to really show y'all the deception and the double talk that these guys be giving out. And this guy kept talking about the proper candidate, the proper candidate, the proper candidate. I want to ask you guys, do you think that this person that I'm going to show you next is the proper candidate?
I tried Coolsculpting on my underarm fat, and this is how it went. Pain level was a 9 out of 10. I should see results in 2 to 3 weeks.
Now what happens if you see the results in the 2 to 3 weeks, but in 2-3 months now you got 5 times the fat there that you had before, and now it's noticeable? Because I have to be 100% honest with you. You must have spent a lot of time looking at yourself, way more time than you should be spending looking at yourself, to think that you got too much underarm fat when you shut your arms.
Are you out of your goddamn mind?
And it's pretty pathetic that a doctor said, yeah, give me a couple $1,000, I'll work on the fat underneath your arms. Ladies, gentlemen, what are we doing? What are we doing?
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You crazy!
Now this last video I'm going to show y'all in closing pretty much sums up how the programming really has a lot of you females messed up. Because if you think she didn't have anything to Coolsculpt, what does this next lady have to actually Coolsculpt? Now, once again, what if in 2 months you got full-fledged wings under your arms because the fat came back 5 times full than it did the first time? You at home doing this to yourself. You invested in money to do this to yourself, and it looked like you were 132 pounds.
Stop it. Get some help.
But anyway, y'all hit me up in the comment section.
Can I interest you in a sarcastic comment?
Let me know if y'all done heard of Coolsculpting before. This has been around since, I guess, 2007 now. It's been around damn near 20 years. I never heard of it till now. Let me know if you ever heard of it, if you ever had it done. Share with the community. But like every video, if you'd have made it to this point in the video, you are my MVP.
It was a stone groove, my man.
I'm out of here.